We sometimes forget that when we were in first touch with art, whenever we were kids, we used to play with art and we start being in touch with art in a playful way, in a more experimental way, right? You probably had crayons and a white paper in front of you, and you were able to do anything you wanted. Maybe you want to do a circle, maybe you want to paint the whole paper blue. But the thing is, like, whenever we were kids, we were just allowed to experiment without having the pressure to make greatness out of it.
What is art?
Finding comfort and meaning in the beauty and solitude of art.
And I have a story of my little cousin. He's very smart. He's great in math. But one day at school, his teacher got mad at him because they were all supposed to do an exercise where they would draw a tree and they had to paint the tree. Right? That was simple. Draw a tree, paint the tree. And my little cousin decided to paint the whole tree blue because he wanted so. He felt like his tree was supposed to be blue. And his teacher got mad. She was like, no, it's supposed to be brown and green. You're doing it all wrong. And that's where the issue starts, is when you are just being playful and experimenting with your art, and some bigger rule come and tells you that you're not supposed to experiment in the way that you want. You're not following the rules that is supposed to be followed whenever you're doing that. And if you're following that path, if you're just doing for playfulness, for the sake of fun, you might be judged even though. So I get it. I get it if you're watching this video and you want to be a creator. You want to start posting videos either here on YouTube or any social platform. But you are worried that you might either be judged or you might not even know how to start. Maybe the fear of being watched and other people looking at the thing that you just want to play and be very low-key about it can be too much. I'm not gonna lie, I have a small channel and I've been judged by the way that I shot videos, maybe because it was too noisy or the exposure wasn't properly corrected or whatever. But the thing is, your personal place of experimentation, either being online or being offline just for you, is your personal place. It can be your blue tree. It doesn't need to be the standard tree that everybody follows around. If you're following this conversation and you're looking to this video now and thinking, okay, so how can I start experimenting? How can I bring video into a position that can be more playful and less perfectionist and making the best just for the best? My advice for you is that there is no rule of how can you start. If you're supposed to paint your tree, you can choose by any color you want, at any way you want, and start from whenever you want. You have a white canvas, and the decision of how to allow your creativity to be in a more experimental flow is totally up to you. What I mean is, sometimes people will start videos by writing a script, grabbing a camera, shooting exactly what was written in the script or storyboard, and then editing the video, right? Sometimes I'd even have the thought as, I'm not in the mood to write a script today. I don't want to start by the writing. I don't want to paint my tree by the green and the brown. I just want that to flows in a way that I want it because I want to be fun. And the cool things I discovered is that you can start a video by either grabbing a camera, grabbing a pencil, or grabbing a microphone. Because we were talking about audio video, right? So you can start by getting something that is the audio or something that is the video or the paper that is basically the bridge between your thoughts, ideas into something solid that is not very risky. That's basically what the paper is. The writing the paper, the storyboarding, the scripts is just a way to put your thoughts in a way that is not too risky so you can be ready and prepared whenever you touch the instrument. But that doesn't mean that you cannot just touch the instrument, right? For example, I have videos here on my channel where I travel to somewhere, I felt the experience, I start touching my camera because I touch my camera into recording those experiences, and then I sat into my computer and then I try to make a video out of it. The same can happen with a documentary, the same can happen with a wedding video. It starts by the opposite. It hardly starts by the script. It mostly gonna start by the touching of a camera. This video right now that you're watching is the result of touching of a microphone. I decided to touch the microphone and have my voice as a way to draw the video along, because I want this time to use the audio as my driven source. I want to be experimental with the audio this time. I didn't want my video or writing to be the experimental part of it. How would you like to start? If you really feel deep in your heart that you want to do a personal project, how would you feel the most comfortable to start? And you could paint your tree into blue, you could paint your tree into yellow, however you want it. Just remember, as kids dealing with an empty white canvas, how would you like to start painting? And I want to conclude with, I believe that art needs to be something that you want to be said, something that you want out of your chest, more than something that you want to do just for the purpose of doing, or for money, or maybe just being a source of your ego, just to pump out your ego out. I believe art is a medium that people can change ideas, empathize with new stories, and it can be very impactful in people's lives. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want more resources into dealing with your creativity in a more emotional way, I invite you to check it out, this video that will kind of bring some ideas to help you understand what is your voice as an artist.